Hey guys, and welcome to exercise 3 of BIO23. Today we are going to discuss the integumentary system. When we talk about the integumentary system, the first thing that comes to mind is the skin.
What the fuck is the skin?
If you have to think of it metaphorically, you can think of it like a bag. It keeps all of the stuff that's important to you inside, and it protects those things from the outside. And much like how a bag has evolved through time to have additional accessories like laptop sleeves, keychain lanyards, rain covers, charging ports, the skin has also evolved its own array of accessories like the skin derivatives and the associated glands. The skin, being the super versatile organ that it is, has evolved to take on so many different tasks. Ultimately though, all of these contribute to its main primary function, which is to protect the animal. First on our list is the fish skin. They don't wrinkle. How do they do that? So parang paano mo malalaman kung lola na yung isda? Why do you think their skin doesn't wrinkle? Wrinkles will actually make it harder for them to swim through water. Another special thing about fish skin is what we call the lateral line system. And you will usually find this along that line that runs from head to tail that you usually see in a lot of fish. It's a sensory system that enables fish to swim in schools without bumping into each other. Because what happens is a slight movement in the water kind of tells them that, hey, something's going on here. And so I'm like, okay, let's move this way, or okay, let's move that way. And they're able to do that really, really quick thanks to that system. Scales. Tough, they're small, and they overlap across the entire body of the fish. They're mainly there to provide this physical protection against, when they bump into stuff or when predators try to bite them. There's that extra layer of protection that maybe could grant them like a safe escape. Ever wonder why it's so slippery? They have mucus glands. These mucus glands, apart from the fact that they can help evade predators, it provides sort of this film that protects against bacteria. Fins, they're mainly there to help the fish move around or to stay upright, depending on which fin is moving or which fin is involved. Fish can also use their skin to communicate with other fish and other creatures in the sea. Want to go out and make some babies? Hey, don't eat me. Hey, you can't see me. These are some of the basic functions of skin. Avian skin. One of their adaptations is to have thinner skin to help make them lighter. There are regions on the skin where feathers grow, and there are also regions where feathers do not grow. In some species, they have a uropygial gland. It's just a gland a little above the bird's ass. It secretes an oily substance that the bird can use to coat its feathers. Isipin mo parang conditioner na galing sa ibabaw ng puwet mo. We do know that oil repels water. Oil actually serves to waterproof the feathers, to provide a bit of antibacterial properties to the feathers as well. In some species, it may also actually help in vitamin D production. Feathers. When we say bird, it's like birds, feathers. Feathers, birds. We know that a bird is a bird because it has feathers. If it weren't for feathers, birds could not fly. Feathers also have many other different functions. That's why they also appear in many different kinds. Bird feathers also function in communication. That's kind of why you see very colorful males. They're advertising to the females that, hey, look at me. I'm so handsome. Marry me. On the other spectrum is females blend in quite well with the natural environment as well as their chicks, because girls, they kind of lay the eggs, and the babies, they're kind of like the next generation. So you want to keep them safe and make sure that they're concealed from predators. The beak is also a structure that's somehow derived from the skin. Its function is to help the bird get food. Observing the shape of the beak can somehow give you an idea of what the bird is most likely to eat. Some of them use their claws to grab food, particularly raptors. Others also use this for defense. Chickens, they have that extra super long claw at the back of their foot. They use their claws to also perch on trees. That's kind of how they get their foothold. Birds also have scales. You find them in their feet. They mainly protect from injury and also from water loss. Now let's move on to kitty purry. This is our representative for mammalian skin aside from yourself. The whole point of mammals being called mammals is because they have mammary glands, which are actually just modified versions of sweat glands. Thinking about it that way, it's like babies are really just drinking boob sweat. Sweat glands, they help regulate body temperature, and to some extent, they also help excrete a few unwanted substances. In some cases, again, they are slightly modified to serve a communication purpose. It's like, okay, I need to take a bath. Sebaceous glands secrete oils to sort of lubricate your skin and also waterproof your skin. Other mammals also have scent glands, and they produce substances that produce this really pungent odor to tell mostly mates that, hey, sexy time. In the case of the skunk, though, it's like, fuck, get away from me. The hypodermis is that place where you store energy in the form of fat. Fur and hair, they serve many different functions. Fur helps keep the organism warm. In the case of, for example, hedgehogs, porcupines, they kind of have those quills and those spines to keep predators at bay. There are certain parts of the body where you have like super extra long hairs in the form of vibrissae. They're there to help the organism sort of feel its way through the environment. This is especially very prominent in species that are nocturnal. Fur also functions as a means of communication. Those lions with the big manes kind of tell the lionesses that, hey, I'm healthy. I should father your children. Zebra stripes, cheetah spots, tiger stripes. The reason why most fur colors are just brown and black or color dirt, camouflage. We also have claws in cats, nails in many primates, and hooves in ungulates. For carnivores, they have claws to help with acquiring food. In a way, they also help with locomotion because actually some of them use their claws to sort of cling to whatever they have to cling on to. Nails also have a protective purpose. Hooves, they have more of a locomotion protection kind of purpose. For more information on the human skin, you can head over to Crash Course, which I will leave a few links at the end of the video for you to go ahead and just enjoy the show. If we try to reflect on what the skin is really and how diverse it appears across many different creatures, you would say that it's kind of like where the hippie cells decided to just convene and let their freak flags fly. Across the board, it's so diverse. In fact, this is like the identification card of an organism. Many of these derivatives actually just originate from either the epidermal or dermal cells, which appear very similar, again, from a structural sense. But it's just amazing how eventually the pressures from both the inside, pushing these cells upward, and the outside trying to make its way in, they converge to this thing that just reflects what is happening to the organism both internally and externally. That's your skin for you. Hope you guys enjoy your lab activities, and if you have any questions, again, feel free to leave a message on Canvas. If you guys need to see me, just let me know. I'll see you guys next time.